Hey folks, it's Kat.Beanie and welcome back to another live stream. Happy Easter for everybody that celebrates it today, and just Merry Egg Day for everybody else. Hey Erudit, how's it going? I stopped over at CP's gold farm because I needed to recharge my tools, because last night I wasn't live or anything. I was just helping dig in, flatten out more of her base, so we'll go have a fly over there and see what we got up to yesterday. Well, what I got up to yesterday. I don't know what you guys got up to. So we need to go over the big stone donut this way, and then we need to go over to Dickens base, which is around here somewhere. Yep. There we go. Fabulous. And this area is a bit that I was flattening out yesterday. Alright, someone moved the stuff. Where did my shulker box go? Right, that is not bamboo. Right. One, someone has half-inched my shulker box, and two, moved things over here. That's fine. I don't think there was anything in it apart from some wood. Anyway, lurking. I've never seen you with face cam. Well, I do have a face, as you can see. You know, I have a face. So yeah, flattened out a chunk of this yesterday. It was, I think someone else has been in and placed torches down, but I did get about like a full double chest full of stone and two double chests full of dirt, and it was like all of the things. Right, let's just head back to my base, because I was fixing it up yesterday as well, thanks to Silly's shenanigans. There we go, the dyslexic is strong today. Hey, digging, lurking, that's cool. Oh, I meant to jump over the gate. There we go. Yesterday was one of the best days for me. Why was it one of the best days for you, Erudit? Inquiring minds need to know. Right. Oh my god. Right. Back to my base. Hey ho. So yeah, I thought I'd stop over at CP's and recharge all the tools. Had to do that a couple of times last night actually. But you know, it is what it is. Sometimes it's good just to, you know, like chill and work on something that doesn't take a lot of mental capacity. So this morning for Happy Egg Day, the kids already had their, well, they've not eaten their Easter eggs, but obviously family and stuff popped round before Easter and already gave them their Easter eggs, so they're, you know, accumulating in the kitchen. And like last year we still had Easter eggs till like Christmas, so you know, all of the eggs. So we, you know, we didn't get them any eggs. We just took them to the toy shop because they get so much chocolate, and like I'm on a diet, my husband's on a diet, my son's on a diet, the little one can't have dairy. It's, you know, so we thought, right, it's better to get them something that they can use than, you know, something they're just gonna eat. I need to fix this. What the? Why is there sugar cane popping out of here? Alright, okay. Alright, I don't want to deal with that right now. Yeah, I was getting more trees yesterday as well, because I need to finish my roof. And I need more. So let's go have a look at it just now. Oh, why has my task bar popped up? What's going on? So as you can see, I changed it slightly. I'm still not happy with it. I kind of wish I'd made the bottom half taller, but I'm sort of resigned to the fact now that it's gonna look like a top heavy mushroom cap. So it is what it is. Why are you doing things? There we go. And okay, my phone's telling me I was asleep from 12:30 to 6:20 this morning, which sounds about accurate actually. Which I don't know how it knows, because I wasn't even wearing my, you know, my watch while I was sleeping last night. Everyone's on a diet. Everyone is indeed. It is that time of year. Well, if you think about it, I'm kind of always on a diet because I can't have dairy, and I stay away from gluten when I'm in a flare-up because I've got colitis. So, you know, it's all just fun and games. Oh, yeah, aired it. Right, that is one thing I did mean to show you. There was a sign with your name on it, but I think Silly's been removing the bushes. So if we come down here, whoa, no, I don't want to go down. Yeah, see, like erodit bush, eroditush. So I imagine there was a bush here, but the bushes have been slowly disappearing. So yeah, you did have a bush, and now it is gone. But also, these had all been moved. He'd taken out the blocks from the bottom of my base, so I had to put all my glass back in. He'd messed with my bubble vator again, and now Mrs. Bush and George Bush Jr. have, you know, they're somewhere. I don't know where they're at, but you know, there's, what's this one? Bushman. So yeah, there's bushes all over the place. Don't worry, we'll get you a new bush. All right, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. So what is everybody up to this fine Easter morning? It's very sunny here in Scotland today, and it's not overly hot as well, which is good because I cannot stand the heat. Like poor Diggin will be melting. She's melting. She's melting. So yeah, we took the kids to the toy shop this morning so they could pick what they wanted. So my son got, I think, 5 Nights at Freddy's toys, and my oldest decided to get another Tamagotchi, despite the fact that she relentlessly unalived the last Tamagotchi, and she got like a fidget spinner thing, and the youngest got like a bunch of she got some new balls and 2 sensory tubes and a little swishy thing that has little stars in it. So yeah, apart from Nathan's stuff, all pretty sensory related things, which, you know, isn't uncommon when it comes to kiddos on the spectrum. Oh, hello baby zombie. Speaking of kids, I don't need any more, please leave. What a douche. Right, let's go for a nap. Bush War circa 2024. Today was daylight savings, and we don't celebrate Easter. Oh yeah, that's cool. Oh yeah, because you don't do the whole Jesus rolled a big stone away for a door type deal. Alright, I'm an atheist, so I was raised Catholic, but I don't believe in. But there's chocolate, so you know, what's not to love? Might do some boiled eggs later, and then I can like draw on them if I can find the Sharpies. You're what? 2 of the same coloured horse. Hello. Can I help you? But you're quite fast. Are you fast? Come here, horsey. Oh. Horsey mean. Be nice. There we go. Right, okay. Right, come here, tree. I need to dispatch of you for, you know, me's everywhere. Ah. Do you do like Valentine's Day or anything like that, Erudit? Or is that like a no-no as well? Or have you got like your own version of those types of holidays? You know, give the people you love stuff. Buy commercial goods so we can profit, etc. Egg. I didn't touch any bushes, thank you very much. Well, they've been disappearing. The bushes have been disappearing. And I don't know where they've bushed to. Right. They have disappeared. Here. And we need more data mushrooms. I'm gonna get you data mushrooms. So how's everybody's day today? What you up to? You doing anything nice? Silly, is it nice down south? Because it's pretty good up here. Gonna take the little one out for a walk after nap. Get my steps in. I even bought a bike as well the other day. So I took that out for the sort of first time the other day. Like I don't have my own helmet, but my daughter's like the same size as, well, she's bigger than me, so I just like, you know, accommodated her helmet. And took the bike out for a spin, and as you know, a 35-year-old woman that hasn't ridden a bike in a while, little bit intimidating, not gonna lie. I'm hungry, but I'm not fasting today, so I can eat. Yay, food! Hey, CP has joined the realm. Say hi, CP. I'll just say I'm streaming, just in case people say things on chat that they don't want other people to know. It's always nice to warn your neighbours that you're live in front of whoever on the internet, so that, you know, they don't nerf themselves in chat. I feel like the closest thing to Easter and Halloween is Eid. Eid. Is that the one with all the different coloured... I think I'm thinking of the wrong thing. What am I thinking of? Is different coloured powders and stuff. I can't remember. Like one of our friends who's Muslim used to get me to make bracelets for him, like once a year, as part of his tradition. I can't remember what that holiday was called either, but again, not Muslim, so don't know. The weather would be so lovely if there was no wind. Right, okay, yeah, it was really windy, like here yesterday. Was it yesterday? I'd lose my head if it wasn't attached. But yeah, it was like nice and sunny, but it was cold. But it's a lot better today. Nah, it is windy. I might actually get away with not taking a jacket on the walk later as well, so there's that. Yeah, I've been slowly trying to fix what you've done to my base, silly. I still need more spruce logs to fix that bit up there, but I've been putting the windows back in and stuff. Thanks for that, by the way. Right. Boom, boom, boom. Getting there. It's very mundane and boring chopping down trees, but you know, when you're trying to do a big build, it's what you gotta do. Right, although I think I am going to cap this roof off pretty soon, because I don't want it to get much bigger, and then I need to find out what I want to do with the rim of it, and you know, try and put some detailing on. I hope you enjoy your spuds. I left them at Diggins. I left them at Diggins bit. So digging, if you opened your chest and there was like shulker boxes full of spuds, that's why. Spud you like? Do you guys used to have a spud you like? It's like a potato place. I mean, that's how we celebrate Eid in Kosovo. Maybe it's different in other countries. I mean, Eid in 2 weeks, so can't wait. Oh, that sounds good. What, is that with like the coloured powders and stuff? Right, I need to fill this gap in at some point, and I need spruce wood to fix that bit up there. And 1 jungle plank apparently. Such a pain in the butt. Did I? Yeah, let's take this bone meal. And grow, tree, grow. There we go. Look at me, I'm a gardener. Every country celebrates it differently. Yeah, it's funny to see how much a lot of different cultures and religions holidays are a lot alike. But you know, that's, I suppose it's just everybody's different interpretation on how they should celebrate their own religion, because obviously even within the same religions, like, you know, even Catholicism, and then you've got Christianity, and then you've got the different branches of that, and then you've obviously got like Jehovah's Witnesses and the Amish community, and all of these different subsectors of what is essentially the same sort of religion. Yeah, and then, you know, not everybody in those specific religions agrees on what practices and what holidays and all this sort of stuff that people should be celebrating. Right, I'm gonna have to take these down. Is that the same wood? Is that the same wood? I am so confused. Did anybody see what one that was? Let's try that again. 14, so it's a spruce. It's a spruce, and what was I using? The dark oak. So, I mean, I suppose if that bit's underneath logs, it doesn't really matter, but you're not gonna see that bit. Right, better go for a nap before I get blown up. Oh. Ah, yeah, CP's on. My bad. Game rule players sleeping percentage. Oh, and silly, guess who opted back out of pranks? Just to ruin your day there. We go to our neighbours and we do the Muslim version of trick or treat and relatives give us money. Ah, right, okay. It's like Halloweenish. Do you dress up? Is it like a formal thing, or do you get to wear cool outfits, or you know, what's the plan? Right, I need more spruce. Give me your spruce tree. I suppose this is one of the upsides of the trees dropping ridiculous amounts of bushes. The only Eid that everyone does is the relatives give you money part. Where do I sign up? How does one get to my relatives to give me money? Oh, they're saying that. They mostly do anyway. For like birthdays and stuff. Guys, where'd your guy go? Oh, mate, where are you going? He's like escaping. You have nothing good, sir. You can leave. But I just need this one tree. Oh, I need to turn the sound back up as well, because I had to turn it down yesterday. Like I was watching a show and recharging my stuff at CP's gold farm yesterday, and obviously the gold farm is like really loud, so I couldn't really hear my show. And then we tried to watch Day Shift, which is like a vampire comedy movie on Netflix. And then the little one woke up and she was like, I want to watch the movie too. You know, despite the fact being 2 years old and crazy. So yeah, she was up for a bit and then we got her back down and then we just went to bed. So it was a pretty uneventful night last night. Flattening the wife's base, watching movies, dealing with offspring, etc, etc. I've been handed a baby. I don't know how to work these things. Aww. Is that your niece? Use shears instead, they give you the leaves. Well, so should this, because it's got silk touch. No wait, this is Fortune. Whoops, my bad. I thought it was silk touch. Oh well, it's fine. This is fine. I do have handy shears somewhere. But I don't... Well, actually I do need leaves for things, but I will go check my leaf box at some point. See where we're at on the leaf front, and then I will need to probably acquire my shears again and go and get some, because I need to fix Seleni's Blue Ice Escapades. Blescapades? I don't know. Alright, let's think, how do I can't really get underneath this without taking down all of the leaves. Which is a bit of a pain in the ass. Right. Let's see if I've got any over here. Not gonna look how it did before, but you know. It's gonna be something. Right, and I think there's a few over here I need to fill in as well. We dress up in Eid clothes, just more expensive work clothes. We don't dress up in costume as we believe it's impersonation of the devil. So you're being the devil and being the devil's bad for you. Minecraft April Fool's snapshot is probably coming out today. Oh yeah, I'm excited for that. That sounds cool. I mean, I never got the whole. I know that's quite common in a lot of places that people don't like to sort of invite the devil in by doing certain stuff, like obviously dressing up. I mean, I completely get that. It's like a superstition, but it's not something I've ever personally held any belief in. I think people just do stupid things. I think too many people get away with too much idiotic stuff that they probably shouldn't have gotten away with because they can blame it on, oh, it wasn't my fault, it was the devil made me do it type deal. Like, no, pretty sure that was you. So I really need to put some Vaseline on or something. I mean, it's something like that. Definitely interesting. Definitely interesting. Sleeves. Right. Roof. Roof. Need to go deal with this roof. I hate when the rockets go into the offhand. I also need some gunpowder because I am running out of rockets. Right, so as you can see, I've not put any red wool on it either yet, because I thought if I didn't like it again and I needed to take it down again, it'd be easier just to use, you know, the hoe instead of the hoe and the shears. So I decided just to do that. Right, let's just pop up all this stuff that I don't need. Let's look at that. Right now. And here, take these out of here. There isn't very much. I am going to have to do a lot more nether wart mining. Right, and I need to... So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then that goes there. So... Was it 1, 2, 3, 4... 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. So as you can see, it's still going up gradually, but I think I'll make this layer the last layer because look how tall that roof is. It's huge. The trick or treat thing is only for the kids. Yeah, like Halloween. Halloween. 1, 2, 3, 4. That makes me want to go trick or treating now. I was saying that that's a good thing about having kids. You can still do all that stuff, but you know, you have to be responsible for little people while you do it, and nobody actually gives you any candy. They just give your kids all the candy. Like, bummer.
It's not candy, it's sweet.
Plus, especially with Eowyn not being able to eat dairy, and a lot of people handing out like chocolate bars and stuff.
Do you want the healer?
Yes, please. Although she did enjoy going trick-or-treating last year, but since then, like, she used to walk really, really well, and now she refuses to walk outside at all, and we don't know why. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Go that way. This is not a perfect science, but we're getting there. 1, 2, 3, 4. In Kosovo we don't have dairy gluten problems a lot, so we don't really care. Yeah, I think it's... Oh, hello guys. A lot to do with your diet. I know a lot of Asian cultures are more prone to being dairy intolerant because they don't have a lot of it in their diet. And to be honest, like, you don't need cow's milk. You don't. You just don't. Like Big Milk. Like, let me go off on one of my tangents here. Yeah, sort of Big Milk thought it up back in the day. When there was a need for people to have more calcium in their diet, and obviously milk was seen as the biggest provider of calcium, but human beings are naturally intolerant to dairy, and you get more intolerant to dairy as you get older. You're only really meant to be able to have it, you know, as an infant. But because of hundreds of years of people using milk products, and governments saying, like, this is good for you, obviously bodies adapt and become more accustomed to using it, especially in the West, where it is used a lot more than it is in other parts of the world. Pew pew! Right. I enjoy being one of the people with no nutritional requirements. Yeah, I miss the days where I could eat what I wanted. But you get used to it. There's a lot of foods now that I would choose not to eat. Because obviously after realising that I couldn't tolerate dairy, which it wasn't even me that noticed it, it was my husband. We had to obviously go through my diet, and like that nerfed like a lot, like obviously cheese and, you know, milk and all of this sorts of stuff, and chocolate as well. Like, oh, I used to love chocolate so much, and now I can't eat a lot of chocolate because it makes me feel sick. It's just, it's so sweet, and it's funny how much your taste buds change once you stop eating so much sweet food. Like, your body stops craving it so much, and like, I found that I actually starting to like foods that I would never previously have eaten. Like pickled gherkins. You would never have seen me get a pickled gherkin anywhere near my face when I was younger, or before I could, when I could have dairy. 1, 2, 3. There was no way in hell I would touch one, and it's not for the lack of trying, because I will try any food once. I just think that I was so used to more sugary food. I'm dairy intolerant, so if I have dairy, I get a really sore stomach, I get really gassy, my skin starts breaking out. My youngest is the same, she can't have dairy either. Still not sure if that's my fault or not, because I didn't have any dairy when I was pregnant with her, and then she was breastfed for a bit, so she didn't have any dairy then, and then when she did go into formula, it became apparent that she wasn't tolerating it, so she then needed dairy-free formula. And I've been tested, the gluten thing, I've been tested for celiac, but it keeps coming back inconclusive. So they don't know whether I'm celiac or not. So for people that have celiac, it's basically your body has an immune response to gluten, and basically gluten is the enemy. And it can make people very, very ill. Thankfully, I have only ended up in hospital with bad colitis, essentially, which flares up from time to time, and obviously the last time it got really, really bad, I couldn't eat solid food and had to basically have a liquid diet, and I lost 3 stone within about 1 or 2 months. I was really ill. It's a bit of a bummer, but you know, it is what it is. So I try and eat as normally as I can. Plus, people that have these conditions can only tolerate, like, people say, oh, lose weight, eat more fiber, blah, 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 but they don't realize that, you know, people with these conditions can't tolerate fiber. I know that sounds weird, but there's only so much fiber that we can consume before it actually has a negative impact on us. I give it 3 years before my weight shoots up. Yeah, like, I am not my ideal weight at the moment. Trying to fix that. Not that I'm unhappy with myself or my body or anything like that. I'm not one for being self-conscious about my body image. I mean, apart from when I actually have to dress up for something. But, you know, I don't give a rat's ass about if other people think you know, I'm overweight or anything like that. I don't give a crap about your opinions about how I should look. I give a crap about my opinions about how I should look. Because obviously if you start going down that rabbit hole of buying into what society expects people to look like, you're on a downward slope already. I meant that in a sarcastic. Alright, okay. I'm going off on a massive... this is what dairy does. Dairy bad. So yeah, I'm very grateful that a lot of vegan food is becoming more prevalent these days. Not because I am vegan, I definitely am not vegan, but obviously if it's vegan, I can eat it. Which is always handy. And not so much me, but obviously the little one as well. Because trying to find food that an autistic toddler with a dairy allergy will eat is a pain in the backside. Because you've already got the sensory issues associated with autism to contend with. But honestly, find yourself some dairy-free chicken nuggets, you're laughing. Although she's kind of gone off chicken nuggets, so you behave.
Oh.
I've only ever had a few gherkins. What, on your burgers from McDonald's?
I've got some your burger.
Yeah, I used to absolutely despise pickled gherkins and basically a lot of savoury foods that I now really enjoy. My husband keeps trying to get me to try jalapenos, but I don't like spicy food. That has never changed.
You're on the jalapeno.
That will never change. I am not eating your damn jalapenos.
Eat the damn jalapenos.
And technically, he shouldn't be eating them either,
I can eat whatever I want.
according to his doctor.
What is it?
Saying that the doctor said I shouldn't drink coffee either, and you know, that's not gonna happen. I need caffeine. Although I do tend to drink decaf if I'm having a bad day. I'm a very picky eater. In what way? Regale us with your picky eatingness. Oh, I'm very thirsty. And I've not even done a lot yet. I hate pickled food even though it's a very big part of my culture. I mean, that's fine. I mean, obviously, just because your culture has, you know, is associated with, you know, specific food groups doesn't necessarily mean you have to enjoy them. You're still an individual. You get to choose. Well, unless it's like pork, in which case I'm pretty sure that's a big no-no. And then obviously, you think about the wider associations with that and like gelatin and stuff like that. But again, people make adaptations for foods that would typically have those in them, like vegan jelly beans and stuff like that. Having specific dietary requirements doesn't need to be the end of the world. Although one thing that does annoy the hell out of me is when people use it when they're out at restaurants and stuff, like, and say that they're, you know, allergic Like, I'm not allergic to dairy. I'm intolerant to dairy. I can and do occasionally have things with dairy in them that I probably shouldn't, because I regret it, you know, later on. But that doesn't mean it doesn't happen. Someone with an allergy, like a proper allergy, a proper dangerous allergy, would never, you know, take that risk. We're not sure if our youngest is allergic or just intolerant, because she does show more signs. She is more affected by dairy than I am, and every time we've tried to put her on the milk ladder and wean her onto dairy, it's just never been successful, and she's always had a reaction, which makes me think it's more an allergy than an intolerance with her. But yeah, when people use that at restaurants and things and make, like, you know, a big, I'm not talking about the people that, you know, genuinely have these issues. Like, I'm talking about people that, like, oh, I can't have this and I can't have that, I can't have this because I'm allergic and I'll die and blah blah blah, and they're fine, they're absolutely fine, they're just being dramatic, and they make it worse for the rest of us that do actually have these issues and can't eat this food for, you know, medical reasons, because then restaurants don't want to take it seriously. I mean, legally they have to. If you obviously inform them that you can't have this type of food, they are supposed to put safeguards in place where your food is prepared away from any contamination. But obviously people taking the mickey and putting that extra workload onto the staff where it's not necessary is just a douche move. It's like, oh, you need to make my food in a dry room away from water because I'm allergic to water. And don't get me wrong, that's an extreme example, because obviously if you were allergic to water you'd be dead, but people have used that as a thing. I'm allergic to water. I'm like, no, just like, can some people explain to these people that, you know, if you were allergic to water you'd be dead? I hate all vegetables except cucumbers. I hate avocados and loads of other stuff. I'm not great with avocados, like I'll eat them. I think I'd like Eggs Benedict once, which came with avocados. But I like guacamole, and so obviously if it's, you know, mashed up and there's like a bit of taste to it, it's fine, but I find avocados very bland. If they're in something or part of a salad, that's fine, but very bland. I learned I can't have Doritos or Skittles. Oh, is that because of the pork thing? Or is that like E-numbers and stuff? You could be allergic to some type of waters depending on the chemical. Yeah, but then obviously you'd be... I was like trying to explain this to my daughter. You'd be allergic to the specific chemicals in the water, not inherently the water, because... So obviously that you then need to have purified water that was made sure that it didn't have those specific chemicals in it. But, you know, if you're allergic to hydrogen and oxygen and that combination, considering that our bodies are like mostly made of water and we need water to survive. You'd be pretty tatties. You would. Right, come here, little mushrooms. I'm gonna get you, little mushrooms. Although I do find some allergies fascinating. Like my oldest is allergic to face paint. So she, you know, like if people are like dressing up for Halloween or stuff and like they paint their face with that, she's allergic to that. And my son is allergic to penicillin. So there's only certain antibiotics he can have. But thankfully, none of us have an allergy. I'm allergic to latex, which was fun growing up. I'm not going to explain why. If you get it, you get it. But yeah, so there's only certain antibiotics he can have because he's allergic to penicillin. So if he gets an infection, obviously that makes it more difficult because there's only certain types of antibiotics he can have, and if the best ones to treat him are the ones with penicillin, it's not ideal because we have to sort of hope that the substandard antibiotics will work. Oh, hello. Hi. I just threw my sword at you. Okay, sorry. Oh no, why did I do it twice? Stop hitting Q. Right, we're gonna go bed because there do be zombies and the night is dark and full of terrors. Right, I'm gonna grab all of these and we're gonna go for a nap. Which then also another pet peeve is people overusing antibiotics. Because the more people use antibiotics when they don't have to, means that bugs and viruses become resistant to those antibiotics, and I know they keep trying to bring out new antibiotics and there's research and stuff, but there's only so much they can do. Like I had tonsillitis recently and I did not have antibiotics for it, because by the time I had gone to the doctor and figured out I had tonsillitis, it was already on the mend. It wasn't severe enough that I even thought it was tonsillitis. I thought it was like maybe laryngitis or something. So by the time I actually felt crappy enough to go to the doctor about it, they're like, ah yeah, it's this. But there was no point in giving me antibiotics at that point because I was already on the mend. My body had already dealt with it. Alright, see you later, Erudit. Thankfully. But some of you will know that my grandmother passed away last year, and I took her into hospital for back pain. Don't get me wrong, she's a 79-year-old woman who had lung cancer, but the cancer wasn't actively killing her. So I took her into hospital for back pain. They released her by saying that she wanted to go home the day after. She did not ask to go home. The doctor worded it and manipulated it in a way that she thought she was okay to go home. And, you know, she's 79, she was a vulnerable lady. She was doing what she thought was best because obviously that's what the doctor had said was best. And then got her home, got her settled, and obviously about a day later an ambulance refused to pick her up because they said she wasn't severe enough for an ambulance. A 79-year-old woman with lung cancer and severe back pain that can't manage on her own, and they said that they refused to send an ambulance for her to take her to hospital, which is just another... I'm not even going to go down that tangent because that really annoyed me. So I went and picked her up, took her back to hospital, and it was very busy. We were in the waiting room for about 5 hours until she got taken through at the wee hours of the morning. And obviously she's sitting in the same area as all of these other sick people in this hospital waiting to see someone about how sore her back is. And because of that, and there wasn't any safe area for her to go so that she wasn't, you know, at risk of picking up anything else from other people, she then caught hospital contracted pneumonia, and because none of the antibiotics would work, that's why she passed away, which was obviously a bit of a bummer. She understood what was going on, but she was in a bit of shock that, you know, she was getting taken out by, you know, essentially a really bad cough. But this is why people need to not abuse antibiotics, because the people that actually need them when the time comes and it's important, you know, they don't work. And it's very depressing. I mean, it's not pleasant at all, but that's the society we live in. Like, people, doctors, you know, try and explain to people that it's a virus, you don't need them for this, and then people just complain like, oh, why didn't you give me antibiotics? Like, you don't need antibiotics. And I'm like, yeah, but I've got the sniffles. Antibiotics aren't a band-aid for everything. They can't treat all of the stuff, unfortunately. I mean, I wish there was a thing that could treat all of the stuff, but we're not there yet. We're not there yet. We will get there one day, hopefully. I mean, look at all of the advancements in science that they have done over the past few years. I mean, I remember when I was younger, and obviously HIV and AIDS was obviously very prevalent and stuff in the 90s. And nowadays you've had people that have been cured, and it's just really wonderful to see the advancements they've made so far, but obviously these things take a long time. A lot of man hours, a lot of doctors and scientists and people way more educated than myself, and working ridiculous amounts of hours to do all this sort of stuff, so that, you know, Joe Public can benefit from it. Right, time to finish my big hole in my roof. And there's been like advancements in like cancer treatment and all this sort of stuff, which is really good. I mean, my grandmother had breast cancer, and that's how she got the lung cancer. The breast cancer got better, and then she got the lung cancer. It's like, that's just typical. But if you think about it, that was it a third of people? Is it a third or 50%? I'm not really sure on the numbers, but it's like a substantial amount of people will get cancer in their lives, whether it's obviously a very serious malignant cancer or a very treatable cancer is not the point. It's, you know, a lot of people are going to get it in their lives, and it's going to take a lot of money and a lot of educated scientists doing a lot of testing to come up with effective treatments. And the kicker there is that my grandmother's cancer treatment was working. Her lung cancer was shrinking. She probably would be in remission right now if it wasn't for the fact that she caught this really bad infection. And it's just, unfortunately, how these things go. You can't predict this sort of stuff, but, you know, she wasn't, she knew it was coming, she wasn't scared. She was more interested to see the other side, if that makes sense. And as I said, I'm an atheist, I don't believe in God, but my granddad did. He was a Catholic, and I can only hope that no matter where they are, if they are anywhere, that they're good. And they're certainly not in pain anymore, so that's grand. And my other granddad, he obviously passed in January, but he had dementia, and that's like a whole other story in itself, which I will probably depress you with next time. But anyway, I am going to go get some lunch because I am hungry, and then take my child out for a walk and do more fun things that aren't depressing people on the internet with stories about antibiotics and death. So, catch you guys later. Goodbye. Glug, 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 glug.